even in death, it's a privilege, I can classic make someone a cup of tea and call a friend. That could be taking the biggest load off someone. And I might have to spend the last couple of breaths with someone. Or if it's giving morphine to someone that's got a sore knee, well, I've made a difference, right? So we all join to help people, but actually I want to pull that right down to what I want to do, and that's to make a difference. Because we might see 8 people in a day. By the end of the day, I can't remember what I did. But that first person's going to remember that for years.
Welcome to Behind the Badge. This podcast is about the frontline community, its people, their experiences, and the impact of service life. Each episode brings candid conversations around resilience, well-being, and navigating the unique challenges of high-risk roles. Some discussions may be emotionally challenging. Listener discretion is advised.
Thanks for coming down, Geoff Cameron.
Thank you.
Thank you for making the trip over the Gateway Bridge, mate. I know it makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable, but
yeah, it's a little bit weird. The map glitches out, but I think I found it okay. Yeah.
Well,
hopefully I can get home.
Well, that's of no concern to us.
Jando's got to get home.
Yeah, I got to get home too. Follow me, mate.
Yeah.
Oh no, honestly though, we do appreciate you making the.
Thanks, Josh.
It's good to have you.
Yeah.
Finally.
A long time coming. We've been planning this for how many months?
Oh, I don't know, mate, but
yeah.
Either way, it's good to have you here.
Yeah, it's good.
Let's kick off with whereabouts you grew up.
Obviously on the north side.
Born and bred?
Born and bred, yeah. There's all farming where I used to grow up, and now it's houses. So it's crazy.
Pretty wild.
Yeah. So, yeah, grew up, went to primary school on the north side around Albany Creek area. Ended up at Grammar for high school.
It says it all.
Thank you. I failed. I was not an academic and I was not into sports. I was in this little middle, like, who the hell am I? I got a really bad OP. And I was congratulated on my rubbish truck driving future. I actually happened to know some garbos who were earning a lot of good money. So I ended up, I started off making pizzas at Eagle Boys back in the day. If anyone even knows who that is.
They're long gone now, aren't they?
They're long gone, yeah. I used to wear a pink shirt. Me and my mate, we wanted to be coppers. I met him through the Justice Diploma. We were going to do the bit of study. He tells me one day he's applied. I was going, oh, okay. We were applying together. He got in, so I applied and I didn't. I thought, where's this going?
Did you finish your study?
No. Tapped out of it. I thought, oh, well, maybe I'm never going to get in. So I went off and did my trade, became a chippy. Don't ask me to build a house now. My back hurts.
Yep.
That's where I sort of grew up, around the north side doing that.
What was your reason or the draw to want to be a police officer in the first place? Did you have any influences growing up, or did you have anyone in the family?
None. Absolutely none. Yeah. I always just wanted to do good things. I know that's that cliche of wanting to help people, but it wasn't that. I don't even know what it was, but I wanted to help, and I thought that'd be a good way of doing that, because I don't think cops are bad people. We deal with good people as well. And I wanted to drive fast.
Legally.
Yeah. So anyway, I did apply and I got rejected from that because I was too young, or there was something there. So I went and became a volunteer firey.
Nice.
Don't hold that against me. Because in the application you need to have some volunteer hours.
Yep.
So I thought that'll be all right. That's relevant. So I did that for quite a while.
How was that?
It was all right. I became obsessed with it. I loved it. Just like we all did when we first joined. You got to drive a fire truck, even though it was yellow.
Yeah. Drinking the Kool-Aid. I think it was pretty cool.
A little bit. Yeah. I thought I was cool.
So were you maintaining employment when you joined?
While I was a chippy.
Yeah. Yep.
So
yeah, cool.
I'd walk around a building site with a pager on.
Yep.
Actually, it's funny that we were talking about this off air about when I first got my pager. I didn't know what that was all about. I finished all my training and I got a pager and I thought, what happens now? You can go to jobs now. And it went off that night. I remember being in bed, it was midnight, and it beeped and I thought, oh, it was a flat battery or something. What's going on? Woke me up, had a look, and it said, rollover, turn out.
We're on.
I think I know what I've got to do here. I've got to get in the car. So yeah, that was my first fire experience.
That was, and the first night you took the pager home too.
Yeah, on the night. I thought this is going to be busy. I didn't get a call for months after that. Funnily enough, on that night, we went to this rollover. There was no car there, stolen. They'd pushed it back over and pushed it away. There was a trail of oil and the police followed that. And I thought, yeah, I've got to be a copper because we're done here. We've responded to the job. Nothing's going on. We're out. I want to go catch those bad guys. So I'm going to keep pursuing this police idea. So I just went about that.
So that was pushed you back into the application with the police?
Yeah, yep. And I had been to multiple other, so there was probably a good few years there. I was a tradie for 7 years, so there was a 7-year gap of wanting to join and then getting into ambulance, right? So I'd been to a few other fire calls in the time and we're doing a burn, just a routine burn off one weekend. And we hear sirens, we get a call, if you're available, there's a crash down the road. Go to that. We did go and we didn't even do anything because paramedics got there. But I heard screaming and I got told that there was a fractured pelvis or something. It was a motorbike crash into a tree. And it was that actual moment I thought, maybe I don't want to be a copper. Maybe I want to go help that person. But, oh God, I don't want to go to there right now because I don't know what to do. Maybe this ambulance idea is a bit of an idea. Yeah.
And was you were applying for the police at that time?
Well, it was in, and I hadn't heard anything. As you and I, we all went through the whole, takes 2 or 3 years to get anywhere. So I thought I might just throw an ambulance application in and see how that goes because you didn't need a degree then.
Did you need any sort of education or background before you jumped in?
No.
Just an application.
Yeah.
What did that look like? Was there maybe an interview and a psych process?
Yeah, like police, fire and ambulance, I think it was all the same. Do your fitness, do a psych, do a medical, tick all those off and then wait for an interview. That took 2 years. I'd actually forgotten about it at some points. And then the day came, I was actually on the roof. I was on a roof of a house doing a renovation with my mate. The phone rang, running my own business at that point. It was an unknown number. And they says, recruitment. I said, oh yeah, what now? I've done all these tests. What have I got to do now? And they said, we're offering you a spot. So I packed up. I'm out of here. I said to my mate, this is your problem now. And I was starting in 2 weeks and it was on.
Yeah. How good.
Yeah, it also just happened. Yeah.
What's the duration of their recruitment courses?
It was 2 and a bit years.
Oh, wow.
From day one to qualified for the old diploma for us dinosaurs. But it was 10 weeks before you went on road and then you just go on and off every couple of months and do some school and, work it out as you go.
Yeah.
That's a long time to be training, 2.5 years. I suppose it's been replaced with a degree now, which is
about the same time, really, 3 years, but then you come out with your degree.
Yeah, nice. What year was that?
2010.
Yep.
Which I feel like was not long ago, but it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it like going out on your first shift? I mean, you've been on road and doing placements and all that sort of stuff, I imagine. But
no, there's no placements. It's 10 weeks at the academy and then you're 2 up, do a shift.
Then you're in?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So after 10 weeks, how did you feel going out for the first time?
Terrified, yeah. Yeah, I didn't even know that we did some of the things that we do, till I did it.
Wow.
So, yeah, but I said to my partner on the day, I said, I I'm right with driving. Like driving fire trucks for ages because we'd swap every job. I said, I'll drive first if you want. I'll just sort of watch what you do. Not being lazy, but I don't really know how to be a paramedic yet. The pager went off for us old people. We had pagers. And he ran to the ambulance. And he sat in the driver's seat.
Oh.
He goes, "You're up." So sink or swim. Yeah. And I love that. Because I teach that now with junior staff.
Yep.
You could be nervous now or you can be nervous next week. When do you want to do that?
You still got to do it.
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah.
So one of the greatest people I've ever worked with, actually. Good man.
Yeah, awesome.
So, yeah, that's how that all sort of started. Yeah.
Did you, when you went out on road, and, you know, you said, like, you're at that job and you said, oh, I want to be, maybe this ambulance thing's for me.
Yep.
When you went out on road, did that cement that for you?
Yeah.
You're like,
absolutely.
Yeah, this is me.
Yeah. I actually got a letter from police during that time accepting me to the next stage. I binned it. Yeah.
You're in the right spot.
I'm in the right spot. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, nice.
We talked about this before, but you know, I'd love to have been a firey. I became an auxiliary actually down the track.
Yep.
Ended up doing both, but it's like, well, fireys do this cool stuff, right? Give out stickers to kids. We get to cut cars open and we do all this stuff. But I wanted to be patient care.
Yep.
I wanted to do stuff for the person, whereas you guys are sort of doing stuff for me.
Yep.
Bringing people to me. And then we just drive off. You know, as a firer, you sit there going, I wonder what's going on in that van. Yeah.
That's awesome. Where did you get placed? So you do 10 weeks. Do they keep you in a metro area, or is at that point can you be posted? Or
No, I was metro, yeah.
Did you know that before you started?
Yeah, luckily.
Yep.
Yeah, not like now you sort of just get a spot.
Yep.
Yeah, metro.
What was your shift breakdown like?
Day, afternoon, night, sometimes 2 nights.
Yep.
12-hour shifts, yeah. I've gone from being a chippy, having a pint and ice break maybe once a day to 12 hours. Yeah.
Bit of a shock to the system.
Yeah, different.
Yep.
Not better or worse, just, yeah, it's different.
And it's generally busy, the whole shift.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Funnily enough, it wasn't when I started. If you got back at night, you might have had a nap. Pretend to be a firey for a bit.
Not anymore.
We all have hopes and dreams, mate.
Yeah.
Just quickly, I want to touch on that. Why do you think that is? Because now it's not like that. Now it seems to be job to job to job, and things are backing up. What is your take on that?
I think we're just bigger population.
Yeah,
more needs.
And I guess too, your work environment's changed so much in relation to. I remember going back with the old ambulance system where it was basically just load and go, hospital, let them do the rest. Now you're almost doing
We do stuff.
ER room on the side of the road.
Yeah. Which we did the other day, and I didn't even know you were there.
No, well, I'm pretty good at hiding.
Yeah. You must have been hiding in the gutter or something.
Mate, what are some of the I guess what are some of the things that you really love about the job? Like you already mentioned the hands-on side of it.
Yeah.
And what are some of the more challenging aspects of the job?
I mean, I think everyone would know there's difficult elements to it. Now I've got this really nice perspective that every part of the job is wonderful, even in death. It's a privilege, you know. I can classic make someone a cup of tea and call a friend. That could be taking the biggest load of someone. And I might have to spend the last couple of breaths with someone. That's quite nice. Or if it's giving morphine to someone that's got a sore knee, well, I've made a difference, right? So we all join to help people, but actually I want to pull that right down to what I want to do, and that's to make a difference. Because we might see 8 people in a day. By the end of the day, I can't remember what I did. But that first person's going to remember that for years. So I think that's important.
Definitely. And we always say, you know, doesn't matter how bad the situation is, in some way we are making a difference.
We're making their bad day better.
A little bit better.
Maybe.
You know, whether that's holding the hand of a some family member who's just lost another family member, or
because they don't know what to do, right?
That's it.
There's no special number to call. You don't need to know our number.
Yeah, I think it's easy to lose that. You can become a little bit mechanical and a little bit, I don't know, like process driven in what we do, because I guess it becomes normal for us to go and see these things, and it's probably it can be easy to forget that one person is not normal to them. Like that's the worst, potentially the worst day of their life. So that's why they remember it so much more than us, because perhaps we can. It's not that you don't care. It's not that you're not being professional, but it's routine, I suppose, for us.
Yeah, it's what's relevant to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess it's like could be important to remember those human elements.
Yeah, we're all people.
Yeah.
Yeah. All three of us are going to call an ambulance one day. Absolutely. And it's going to happen. There's no way around that.
No. And I guess too the interesting thing for me is that you might be in that situation where, you know, you're spending that time with that family member. Like you just said, I had 8 calls that day, so it's Control-Alt-Delete to the next job.
Yep.
Because I'm assuming you can't carry that job to the next job. It's got to be
you can't.
Start from scratch, which that's a pretty heavy trait to be able to manage.
Yeah. It's hard sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's why I think we have sick leave, you know, like if it's too hard from a critical incident mid-shift, quite a lot of us will just go home.
Yeah.
I think that's what is good about having our leave.
And is that, when you look at that, do you find that people are reluctant to do that at first, or is it a shame thing in their mind that I've got to check out halfway through a shift, or is
I think it used to be.
Yep.
I think it used to be. Now it's actually even offered sometimes. Do you guys want to go home? What do you want to do?
Yeah.
It's
That's good.
Yep.
That's good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, I know I do. Let's go home.
Nice.
And I think from when I first started, used to carry this trauma. I did. Well, I think we all did. I'm sure there's stuff that you guys have done that are horrific. But now, I had someone say to me once, the trauma doesn't belong to you. And that went straight into my brain, and I teach that now. And that helped me so much, because generally it's not. Like that job we went to the other day, it's nothing to do with me.
I didn't cause it.
No, not my family. It's not being insensitive. It's not being weird about it. So why don't we take it home? So I tell a lot of people that, like, it doesn't belong to you. It's not your trauma. You were just there. We're all there. There was 30 of us there.
To make that difference.
It's got nothing to do with me. So if you, the trouble is we've got now is, I think I do very well at letting it all go. That's on the news the next night. We talked about this last week.
Yeah.
All the updates come up. So that's why I think social media is not good for us.
Social media and news in general.
Well, I've got a thing that I always, I was taught, treat it like the sun. Don't look at it for too long, it won't burn your eyes. And I've lived by that.
Yep.
But exactly what you say, the social media comes in. Now, I went to a recent job, as you know, and had no idea what the person looked like until that next day. And it's all over social media.
Absolutely.
You start putting faces to...
Now they're a person, not a job.
That's exactly right, which can be difficult.
I've often said that it's actually really easy for us to go into a person that's passed away, lost their life in a nursing home, because they're just there. Sometimes they could be sad because there's no one there. It's going to be quite easy because it's a job. I've got to do what I've got to do and I'm out. If you do that at home, you've got all the grieving family around and the phones are ringing and people start arriving and you're like, oh, this is a person now. This is really sad. So that disconnection of being at the job we did was great. The next day, that wasn't a job. Something happened.
Real.
Yeah. Yep.
Probably an important distinction to make there too, Geoff, because even within the job itself, you might have someone who experienced those things you said with the family and all that sort of stuff, and there might be someone else, ambulance officer, firefighter, police officer, who was maybe on an outer cordon and didn't have that experience. So it's important to recognise, I think, that same job but different experiences too.
Yeah.
It's rather than saying, oh, well, we're all there and we potentially should have all the same reaction.
Yep.
There's different roles and responsibilities and experiences even within the same incident as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I found one of my biggest reactions to an incident was picking up a palliative care cancer patient from home to take him to hospital for the last time. And there was all the family there saying goodbye. I had to get my partner to do the job because at that time my grandfather was dying of cancer. And it's all relatable, right? So if you've got nothing going on in your personal life, the job's easy. And that's why you think, I do those jobs now, it's easy. It's just you have some calm and kindness, and counsellor mode comes out sometimes. But where we can relate to our personal life, I think that's where this job gets a little bit difficult.
Yeah. I guess you see that, like the example you said, but obviously things with kids and all that sort of stuff as well. And you're seeing same ages as your kids or your nieces or nephews or whatever, that's when we sort of tend to struggle a bit as well.
Yeah.
Like you said, when you can see yourself or you can relate to that that job, it's when it's a bit more
absolutely
challenging.
Yeah,
I suppose.
Hills and valleys.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
And speaking about hills and valleys, mate, like how have you navigated some of those challenges? Like you just gave an example then. How have you sort of navigated those over the years?
I've had my fair share of trauma. I got diagnosed PTSD twice now, so go for 3. No, I think the first time a lot of personal stuff going on and work was very full on. You started to take a few things home. Counselling was suggested, not encouraged, and I thought I don't want to talk to anyone about this stuff. So then you do what we do. We talk to no one. Family's the wrong person. Colleagues have got their own shit going on. Friends don't want to know about it. So you get, well, I don't want to be the weakest link, So, years ago there were some challenges. It was a bit hard and some time off. And within the last few years it's come up again. But I think it was a bit like this theory I've got of the sore knee. If you don't fix that knee, it's still going to be sore. Yeah. And we talk a lot about post-traumatic growth. That's the big thing now. So your knee hurts. Who cares? What are you doing about it? You've got some PTSD, you've got some stress and depression and resilience issues. What's next? Because if you look on the historically with PTSD, we're going to go and sit in a corner and buy a 6-pack, and that's life now, right?
Yep.
No, that wasn't for me. And I started to come across all these really cool people online. Roger, I can name drop him. He runs the page A Healthy Shift. He's an ex-copper, and we became sort of online friends. He's been through stuff as well, and he's given me some ideas. And ended up coming across Aussie Frontline, and that has Matt Newlands involved with it. And then Roger had this conference a couple of years ago on the Gold Coast, and I thought, I'm going to go down and see this bloke. He seems all right. And I met Matt, and we had a few conversations after that, which made me think, he gets me. This guy gets it. He's a counsellor. And in my previous experience of counselling, psychology and all that sort of stuff, you'd be talking to someone about a critical incident or home troubles based on shift work, our shit. And they'll sit there and go, oh, that's terrible. Tell me about that. Let's talk through that. And you go, oh, no, I've got to explain it. And I explained this to Matt just informally, and he's gone, yeah, I get it. Yep. He changed my life in 8 seconds. And I thought, I want to do that. I want to do that because I think we can all benefit from someone that's got a bit of understanding. So I started to become a counsellor. Yeah.
That's awesome. Was that from that conversation with Matt?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Was that at the Thriving on the Frontline? Is that?
Yeah, it was the Aussie Frontline conference in 24.
Yeah, okay.
24? 25.
25.
Yeah.
25.
Last year.
Yeah. Yeah, we were there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just didn't chat.
Yeah, it's pretty rude.
Too busy fangirling over Roger and Matty.
Buying shirts. Yeah.
And that's fair enough too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Cultural competency and relatability is absolutely a thing.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You feel way more comfortable, and like you said, you don't have to explain half the stuff that someone else who has no context might say.
Yeah. Actually, I discussed this with Matt a couple of weeks ago. I said, should I do a trauma-informed course just so people know that I'm trauma-informed? What would you do that for? You are. So, I think you can't teach cultural competency in what we do. I can't go and enroll in a course and learn about shifts. You got to do it. Yep. So I think that's what's good about counselling is it's just a conversation. Like, there's nothing special about it. We're bound by confidentiality and privacy. And we're just going to shoot the shit, see what we can come up with. We're not psychologists. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to diagnose you with anything. And I think that's what's really important, because you're not going to want to talk about it at home. You're going to talk to me, and I understand it. I've done it. If I haven't done it, I've been there, seeing it done, or I've heard about it. And that's what helps.
I think too, the person who's, talking to you or displaying their feelings, that it's that as soon as you say those words, like, yeah, I get it, that's a massive change in their willing to open up and because I just think we're all the same. It's like, they understand. Yeah. Whereas if you go home, there's so many intricacies that you got to try and explain. Yeah. And the reason I feel like this, because we go to this and do, you won't get that part, but and it is very difficult. You just go, don't worry about it. Yeah,
and how many of our partners are sitting at home talking to their friends the next day going, this Jenna was telling me about this stuff last night. I don't even know. That's not normal. Yeah. That's not normal. Yeah. And that small thing that is normal might be a problem for the next few weeks for that person that you've told. So I think it's good to just let it out. And quite often people will come to us with their solution. They know the problem. They know what they need to do to stop drinking, or talk to their partner about their relationship problems, or leave the job. That's a scary thing to think about. They'll talk about it and go, now that I've said it, sort of makes sense. Yeah, I didn't tell you that. I'm just sitting here.
You come up with it yourself.
Yeah. Which is exciting. Yeah, I really love it, actually.
That's super cool. Just before we sort of dive down that counselling route too hard.
Too soon, sorry.
No, I just want to circle back. You said you got diagnosed twice. Yeah. Just touch on that first time a little bit. Did work know about that?
Yeah.
And I guess, how did you get to that point? And did anyone at work recognise it? And how were they supportive through that process with you?
Yeah, it was good. Yep. Yeah. I didn't want to talk about it too much. There was a bit of shame. Yep. And then I thought, own it. Yep. I got a lot of support from friends. And then coming back, I think, was the big thing. 20 years ago, you don't come back. And I was excited that I got to come back.
And what did that look like? Did you just get a period of time away from operational duties so that you could get yourself right, and then a return to work type arrangement? Yeah,
absolutely. And then it took a bit of time, and it was back. One of my treating people said, this could be like climbing a mountain. You've got to get to the top and then you can see the other side. And interestingly, that analogy is taught through counselling. You might be stuck at the bottom of this mountain looking at this face, but I'm at the top and I can see what's on the other side. So I'm going to help guide you to the top. So that analogy, I climbed a mountain the next day.
Oh, physically?
I did. I got a group together. We went down to Mount Warning. You can't climb it anymore. We went to the top and I was like, actually, it does look pretty good up here. So that, therapists love metaphors and analogies. Yeah, they work.
I'm a big fan of a good analogy.
Love it.
So back on the trucks, and then you said that, I know, would you call it like a relapse or whatever? You had another sort of diagnosis after that. Was that?
It was actually completely irrelevant to the first one.
Right, okay.
It was a build-up of some stuff that I just wasn't dealing with well, some processes and stuff, but it was quite minor. It was even actually just mentioned. It wasn't like, this is a big problem. It's just, we're just going to mention it, get you some help, get you back at work.
For you personally, having gone through the first experience, when that sort of second bit came to fruition, did you sort of recognise that within yourself? Were you like, I've been here before.
Yeah.
This feels familiar.
Yep.
And then therefore able to take a bit of action a bit sooner.
Absolutely, yeah. When this guy said it, I was sitting there going, don't say it. Don't say it. And then it came out and I went, oh, well then, yep, I've got this.
Time to go and
let's work it out.
Climb a mountain.
So then that was all sort of aligned with what does the future look like? Can I keep doing this? I want to. I love it. I love doing this job. But it was a little bit of this little light bulb moment that came on, like my knee hurts. I've got knee problems. And my brain's damaged, not broken. And my back hurts. Can I keep doing this? What does 50 look like? It probably doesn't look like this. So we all talk about going to work at Bunnings. Everyone talks about that.
Yeah.
We'll just go work at Bunnings. That'd be great. Have a sausage. Oh, 7, mate. And you think, what's the purpose? You talk about life purpose and the purpose of everything, and you have this whole, what's the point? And I've got 20-something years of fire and ambulance now. I don't want to bin that. I probably wouldn't cope at Bunnings, actually. So what can I do? Do I go into education, teach the younger ones? I've done a bit of that. I don't think that would fill my bubble. So I had this weird chat with Matt and he helped me. People keep telling me that I'm a really good peer supporter. I'm not a formal peer supporter yet. Hoping to do that this year. But I've been supporting people through long-term committed relationship breakdowns, post-traumatic incidents, unofficially. Geoff seems to always have the words to talk about. Give him a call. People call me for stuff. Have a yap. And I thought, I could probably get paid for this. Yeah.
That's the light bulb.
Yeah. And if that's anything to take away for the 20 years, is I can give back to senior staff, junior staff across all agencies. Cool, I've done that. Let's get through it.
That's awesome.
Let's do it together. Yep. And sometimes it could be a team of doctors and me and other clinicians. Could just be me. But I think counselling is like a preventative thing, right? It's the sore knee that just needs to get fixed. If you leave that sore knee, your leg breaks, you need a knee replacement. You're off road for 3 months, 6 months, you need an operation. There's your PTSD. Counselling is a conversation, doesn't go anywhere. And then you come up with these, oh yeah, maybe I need to go part-time. Maybe I've expired in the job. But the good thing is I think with these jobs, it doesn't go away. If you leave, you still did it. It doesn't go, oh, well, Geoff to Bunnings now. You know, like I still was a paramedic. I still was a fireman. I was a cop. I did these things. I did all these wonderful things. I attended traumatic things, but not anymore. I think that's okay as well. Yep. Yeah.
So, mate, that chat with Matty, where to from there? Like that light bulb's been set off in the mind, going, oh, I can get paid for this.
Yeah.
Matty's planted this awesome idea, this great seed in my head.
Yeah.
Where to from there?
I actually attended local university open days. I think, gosh, I'm going to get a degree. I failed school. I'm not going to get a degree. So I actually went there and I learned about social work, psychology, counselling kept coming up. And I found out you can get a diploma in your own time. And I smashed that out. In somehow with being a single dad, shift worker, full-time work, studying. I don't even know how I did that. A friend of mine texted me last night saying that. And I've gone, God, I did that. So, yeah, I did that. And then I didn't even know where it was going to go. I thought, I don't have to get a job. I don't know. I'll just do this course because it looks cool.
How long's the course?
It said self-paced over a year. And there's people that have taken 7 years. Yeah, I did it in 7 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I loved it. I just really loved it. Yeah.
It's amazing what you can do when you...
you've got the drive, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So you're focused and it's an area of interest.
Yeah, we talk about analogies, right? If you're stuck in the tunnel and you say you can't find the light in the end of the tunnel, get out of it. You know, the Brisbane tunnels have got chutes at the top. You keep pursuing this dark tunnel that's going to go to this light one day. You might still be in there for a while. So I got out of it and really loved it. Actually, it was teaching me stuff as I was going. And I started sharing that with people that were coming to me with problems, like people going through breakups, people going through trauma at work, and started to get this whole, everyone's coming to me now. So this is exciting. maybe I could do it. Maybe.
That's awesome.
And I'm using it for at work, on jobs too.
So 7 months of study, and then what does that give you at the end of that? Once you finish
my
that
diploma in counselling,
yeah,
which is up on my wall if anyone looks me up.
So good. You can do school.
I can do school. And I thought, and some of the teachers actually have become friends as well, and they've said, maybe you can do uni. Like, uni's not actually that much harder. You just get a bigger bill. So I might consider that later, maybe.
Oh, well, it's still good to show that Year 12 teacher up. So
yeah.
Look at me now.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's awesome, mate. So counselling in itself, where does that sit on the continuum? You said it's sort of a preventative thing.
Yep.
Does it sit across other areas of that mental health continuum being, I guess, postvention and treatment options as well?
Yep.
Or is it purely preventative?
Well, I know I'm hoping to get involved with this stuff as well. Frontline Mental Health run resilience training and stuff around identity crisis and post-job, taking the shirt off, which I think counselling gives you a really good, solid backing to be able to run those courses. Maddie's been doing them for ages. So I think counselling is actually probably the 10% of what my future looks like in helping other people. Yeah. Because the shirt comes off. Whether it comes off today because I break my leg walking out of here and I'd come to a point I can't do it anymore. If we diagnosis is over the time, or is it at 65 when you get your cake and a barbecue? It ends. We all joined as this career forever. We're here forever. This is great. But I think getting some support to leave or when you leave and post-service as well is really important.
I think they did a study recently, and the amount of depression or mental health issues in retired services was massive.
Yep.
Just walking out of the job and,
yep.
Well,
fire and police have to retire. We don't.
Oh, really? Oh, because you can go into patient transport if you need to. But you can still be active.
As long as you can stand up. So I think they both bring two different layers of problems, I think. When you're very, very fit and able and competent police and fire and you have to leave, that presents a problem. There's nothing wrong with me. But then what happens if you stay? What if you stay forever? You will have a problem.
Yeah.
So it's probably, I actually really like the mandatory retirement stuff. I think it's really good. Because you get a lot of us that have done the 30 or 40 years that are older because they don't want to. They don't have to. They just do because they don't know what else to do. I think that it all just comes with all these different elements to it.
I think that's it's important to highlight that though. But mandatory retirement or not, there still has to be a retirement at some point.
It ends.
There is life after the lights and sirens.
That's my Instagram.
And it's important to think about that and talk about that and run those through your own mind. What does that look like? Like exactly what you have done.
Yep.
You've gone on, you saw a knee, I saw a back. I don't necessarily want to be doing these things later.
Yeah.
How can I pivot and what can I sort of, how can I arm myself and tool myself to?
Always think about friends when you say pivot.
It's pivot?
Pivot. I actually had a job where I was on the ground doing some work a couple of years ago and I struggled to get up and good old banter on scene. Is Geoff old? That's hilarious. And it was that night actually I thought, it sort of led up to the last few years and I thought, well, I'm not old, but God, what does it look like down the track? Can't get up. Because currently it's funny. Yeah.
It's funny until it's not.
It's funny until I actually can't get up. So that all was just all formed part of my decision making and in seeing where to go forward. Yeah.
You mentioned frontline mental health a couple of times now.
Yep.
What is that? What's that partnership look like? And obviously that's Maddie Newland's and Janelle's company.
Yep.
And Maddie being the catalyst for you to start studying. What does that look like now that you finished your diploma?
Well, it turns out I think he's had me lined up for longer than I realised. It gets to the pointy end of study, right? And you have to think, hang on, it's nearly real. I need to get an ABN. I need to sort of work this out. And it was getting a bit scary and I said to Matt, oh yeah, I've got to start doing this. And he goes, well, when you start with us, we'll help you through it. "What are you talking about?" He said, "Oh, it was probably silly of me to think that when you're going to finish, you'll come work with us." I said, "Oh, it was silly of me to think that you were going to offer me that." And I actually didn't expect it. Actually, it was a bit of a shock. I'm quite humbled, actually. I've told him that 1,000 times. I think I hold that organisation very highly. And to now be aligned with them is really exciting. So, yeah, I just finished off my study. I started a business name of Code 7 Counselling. I'd come from my fire background. As you know, Code 7's run out of water. Something's broken. Getting it fixed. Getting water would be good in a minute. Need to sort this out. And I think that's what I really like about counselling. But I'm not actually, working for myself. Yep. I'm contracting to them. So it's really exciting. Yeah, really exciting.
If someone wants to engage you as a counsellor, does that mean that they need to go through Frontline Mental Health?
Yeah.
Yep. That's the first stop?
Yeah, well, they can message me. I've got my Instagram, Life After the Licensed Sirens.
Yeah.
But I'll just flick it to the website because it just gets the contracting stuff done.
Yeah, cool. And this is running sort of concurrently to ambulance?
Currently, for now.
Yeah.
As it gets busier, shifts will start fading away and my life after the sirens will sort of kick off. Yeah.
But I think that's the key too. And it's exciting knowing that now I've got some choices.
Yeah.
I'm not walking out the door or being pushed out the door in fire and police's situation. It's,
I want to go when I want to go.
That's right. I can go on my terms.
Yeah.
And I can go and do something exciting that's still, relevant to what you've been doing for the last 20, 30 odd years. So,
don't say 30. About 20.
Well, I can for me. So. I better start looking.
Yeah.
And we did a podcast a long time ago with a fiery who's a psychologist, Nick Garn, and just had some really, really good ideas or into that transition into normal life and made it seem very exciting for most to go, you know what, there is life outside the job. But I think that still affects a lot of people, knowing that their end date's coming up soon. What do I do? Yeah. And I've seen people struggle. I had a mate who would be on the phone saying, I'm struggling. Yeah. I'm really struggling with this because he's got no identity anymore.
Yep.
And his wife's a little bit younger. He's sitting at home. She's still working. And he said, I just find myself sitting around the house and, so no end plan, I guess, for him.
Yeah.
But
that's why I sort of encourage to plan it now.
Yeah.
I'm even telling grads, what are you going to do after this? Because it's important to have just to plant the seed. You might be here for 20 years. You could be the next commissioner. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you got to have a plan or a thought that it's not forever. We all joined that it's forever, and it's certainly not.
Forever comes around quick.
Yeah. Forever's not a long time.
No,
because we all die. Everyone in this room is going to die, and I think our own mortality gets questioned a lot when we see this stuff. Well, at least it didn't happen to me. That'll never happen to me. Well, it might. Death's my biggest fear, actually. I don't want to die, but I'm going to.
And you see it a lot.
See it a lot.
So
it happens.
I think it's a fear. It's certainly a fear with me.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Yep.
It's going to happen. So let's make the...
Yep. I try and wash my bad thoughts down the drain every night. That's my analogy or my metaphor. Wash it away. I still tell the kids, picture the water hitting your head and watch the water go down the drain. That's the shit. The shit's gone. And what's left is, all right, I'm going to start my night now. Start my day. It's gone.
Touching on that, I want to ask if I can, that first situation with the PTSD, what were you doing that you was working really well, or your own treatment plan? What was really beneficial in getting you back to work? Like, was there certain things that you did? You went, wow, that was awesome.
I honestly think, just not to sound like it's about me, but the talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that medication is the big answer. That does help you with getting your sleep sorted out. But I always tell people the more you say it, the more it comes out. I tell you about this thing 50 times and it's left me 5% every time. And eventually it's gone. And I've always done that since that day, is I'll go and talk about stuff as much as I can. That's what I've learnt through psychology and the GP, the talking.
Is that something that you're regularly doing on the cars with your younger grads? And
Yep. You know. Even with me, I'm not immune. Like people say, now you're a counsellor, no one's going to check in with you because you'll be right, won't you? I'm still going to see stuff that's going to affect me.
Yeah.
But I go and talk about it. I've got my little circle.
Yep.
And we've got mandatory supervision through our roles anyway. And you know, so we look after ourselves. But I'm happy to cry on scene. I've cried on the side of the highway before. I've hugged a first year constable crying in the rain. Who cares? We're people, you know.
We're all human, eh?
The worst crash that I've ever been to in my life is also the best because it was managed so well. Great debrief the next day. We had a barbecue. Let's come talk about it. And guess what? No one talked about it.
Yeah, right.
We all just became normal people having beers and sausage sizzles.
Yeah.
And I think one person might have said, "You good after last night?" Yeah, I'm good. Yep. It's a bit shit. But I think you can't always have that opportunity to do these debriefs. So that's why I really want to push in towards incident debriefing as well.
Yeah. I think there's, I can only speak on our side, there's certainly some changes that need to happen in that debrief process. I'd like to see, different approaches to it. Like at the moment, we always start in our first few lines, "This is not a witch hunt," however it is. There's a lot of work we can do in that space too. And not that we lay blame, but it's about what was happening at the time to make you think about those decisions that you made.
Yep.
So because you were there, I wasn't. I'm sitting in the ivory tower. So I just need to understand what you were dealing with at that time.
Yeah, why did the coppers do that? Or why are the fireys just standing there?
Yeah.
Ambulance are not treating that person or that person.
Yeah, and until you talk as that sort of combined group that were at the incident, things start, I get it now.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Yep.
So that sort of puts a few things. What's the debrief look like for you guys? As in, do you do hot debrief on the side of the road, or are you waiting till you get back
at the hospital or something?
Yeah, because it's a little bit sort of, your structure's a little bit different in relation to, you're off to the hospital, you're not really closed out of that job yet.
Yep.
Then you're moving on to the next one. So your window's quite small to have those debriefing sessions.
Yeah, I think there's a big push though. You take us off road for half an hour now.
Okay, yeah.
Have a chat about stuff.
Yeah, nice.
We'll go back to the station for a roast dinner if we're the fiery. Yeah. I think the bell's turned the oven off, so it might not be cooking anymore. Oh. And chatting afterwards in the truck is really important, I think, and bringing the human element to it because we're humans.
Sorry, mate, to cut you off.
Sorry?
With the newer ones coming through, do you see a shift for that, or against the older when you ran your sort of career when you started with those people, men and women? Has there been a big shift in relation to
I think so.
Being a bit more open, or
and I could be biased in my world because I'm pushing for
promoting
the shift.
It. Yep,
absolutely. If we want to pull over and have a cry, I've done that. I've pulled over after a cardiac arrest and it was horrible.
Yep.
Just need a minute. And I think that's fine. Take away some judgment because there isn't any really. If someone happened to drive past you crying on the side of the road, they'll be like, oh, well, they had a bad day. So there is I like to push for a lot more support of each other. Go talk about it because you don't want to end up rocking in a corner one day. Not that that's where we all head. Some people get through this job perfectly fine.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
They need some support too.
Makes you wonder sometimes.
Yeah, but I think there has been a change in pushing for that.
And I guess too with your, not only your current experience with the counselling, but your on-road experience, does it stand out when you look at a fellow officer or a ambo and go, is there something about their demeanour or like it would stand out a lot more?
Yeah, I've had a few chats actually just about counselling, and a few people have gone, I need to book an appointment with someone. Yeah. Just to get the thoughts out there.
Yeah.
I'd love you to come and see me and tell me that you're fine, because I haven't planned to say anything that I've said to you guys today. Stuff just comes up. You'll sit there and say, I'm fine, I don't think I really need to come. And quite often I haven't done it yet, but people that are mandated to come to counselling and treatment therapies, they'll sit there and go, I'm in because I have to tick the box. Something will come up.
Until
something will come
there's
up.
a wedge opened.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yep. Actually, I had my first client last week, and she cancelled last minute, and I got told to get used to that. And that's perfectly fine. It sounds like that person's got better. They got through their problem, and that's what we want, right? Counselling's not a long-term. I'm not going to have Jando for the rest of my life. I want you to get better, and I don't want you to be better for 60 minutes. That's a waste of time. I want you to be better tomorrow.
Yeah.
When you get home. This is a plan for life. So people do, I think, cancel.
Or do you think there's a little bit of apprehension attached to that as well? Maybe they're not getting better. Maybe it's like, okay, it's now, I'm going to be vulnerable.
Well, he's made me talk about this stuff. Yeah.
So it's that last minute, I'm good.
Yeah, I think this person was good.
Yeah.
But I got told that cancelling is a common thing. And it's out of fear, right?
Oh, yeah.
We're in counselling now. Yeah. Something I've said to you might help you today.
Yeah.
Someone watching this might get some help. So it's just a conversation with no expectations, and it's confidential.
I think that's our motto, isn't it? Something about conversation.
Forging frontline health. One conversation at a time.
That's this one. Is that what we're doing now?
Yeah, that's it,
mate.
Right here, right now.
Yeah.
Now. No, mate, that's awesome. I mean, you said that counselling, you can come in if you're fine.
Yep.
What does that look like? So if you actually are fine and come in for a conversation, what can I benefit, or what can I get out of coming to see Geoff if everything seems to be going okay? Yeah,
well, we make you sure that you know that that's normal as well. Sometimes, often, as we said, people get through this job fine, but are they? Like they might be fine, but someone said you really need to go and see someone, and you go, why? And then you hit the 30-minute mark and be like, oh, well, I do have trouble sleeping actually. I look fine. And I think that's where we struggle with. We compare ourselves with each other. They're probably worse in a fire truck with 4 people. But standing around the hospital, and 10 people went to this incident. Well, 9 of them, they all look all right. They look all right. They might be worse than you, and they're really good actors, because frontline staff are all good at acting, right? All the ducks on water. We rock up on scene and we are shitting our pants. But on the outside, this is all right. This is okay. So we're all good at faking it. So I think going and coming along to be telling us that you're fine, something might come up. Yeah. I'm not saying you have to come.
But it's all about, and we talk about a lot, is that prehab versus rehab.
Yeah. That's what counselling is. You don't want to be taken off road and then you've got to pull it apart. Then you're ripping apart 10 years of trauma. We could have managed this 10 years ago in 6 weeks.
So in line with that, would it be fair to say it'd be a good practice to engage in some sort of support services early in these careers, and then just maintain that, if for nothing else than building a strong therapeutic alliance and having someone you trust?
Yeah, absolutely. I think especially when it's an EAP sort of situation where it's all funded by our organisations, and you might come once a year, once every 6 months, and then when something does come up, hey, Geoff, I actually do need to talk to you about this thing that's come up. Yeah, cool. Well, I already know you. So this is weird that it's not going well now. So let's work that out.
It's interesting because we had a chat to a guy from the States, and he made a fair point. He was a firefighter paramedic for about 15 years. And he said that, perhaps organisations could look at, instead of doing extensive, over-the-top psychometric testing to try and get personality profiles, perhaps fund half a dozen, 8, 10 sessions with a psychologist or counsellor to set you up for a successful career. He said it would probably be the same, if not cheaper, and you probably have better outcomes because you're building that alliance early and that normalising going and sitting down with a mental health professional as well. I thought that was a pretty interesting sort of take.
Yeah, that is cool. There's so many different, and it doesn't work for everyone.
Yeah.
Strategy doesn't work.
Very cool. So for your counselling service, you're sort of honing in on frontline staff?
Yeah. it's our focus point.
Yep.
But I think if you want to come to me with anything, you can book in with anything.
Yep.
Any random person can book in.
Yeah.
So generalised counselling for everything. Yeah.
And mate, where do you see yourself taking this? So obviously you're working alongside Matt at the moment. What would you like to see this sort of grow into for yourself?
Well, Maddie's currently over in America learning about this post-traumatic growth struggle well programs, which we both attended that last year for the post-traumatic growth, which I really, really love this stuff. This post-traumatic growth, it's almost like, cool, you've got trauma, like what now? And I really love that. And I think, as Maddie said, what's the definition of post-traumatic growth? There you are. That's me. Been through some stuff and worked out what's next. So over the next few years, I think that's going to evolve into a pretty big thing, I think, in Australia. It's quite dynamic. But eventually I'll be not a paramedic anymore. I think this is my future.
Yep.
Yeah.
What a cool concept. There's been obviously a lot of talk about PTSD and those sort of mental health conditions, but not a lot of focus on this post-traumatic growth. And I think that's a really, really cool focus area of like you said, you've got trauma. Yep, that's fine.
Yep.
We can work on that, and then we can look at what's beyond that.
Yep.
We can do the ACL reconstruction, and then we can get in the gym afterwards and get you strong again.
Work it out.
And you know what? You might not get to playing first grade footy, but we can
be walking
do
again.
something else. You're still functional.
Yep.
You're still useful, and you're still worthy. You might not get back to that same spot, but there's still plenty of other things for you out there.
Yep.
You can find purpose and meaning elsewhere.
So much. There's heaps of things.
Yeah, it'd be really cool if that was like our focus point.
Yeah.
Instead of you're going to potentially get this and then, like you said, sit in the corner with a six-pack and good luck to you.
Yeah. Well, I think we really need to focus on the good things we do too, hey? We do great things every day. You say, oh, you're a copper. Oh, I couldn't do your job. That's all terrible. Oh, you see so many crashes. I don't go to a crash every day. People think we go to a fatal car crash every day. Gosh, imagine that. But we do great things. And I think, I went and got a haircut a few weeks ago and the barber goes, oh, a day off? What do you do? So I'm a paramedic. Oh, what's the worst thing you've ever seen?
Thanks for that.
Oh, let me bring it up. Yeah. It's just what I wanted. Can you just cut my hair? And I'll just say dead baby because that's what that'll make them go quiet. Yep. It's actually not the worst thing I've ever seen. But why does that conversation have to not be, what's something awesome? That's all I like to bring out now. What's the best thing you've ever done? Did you ever cut someone out of a car that was unconscious and they walked out of hospital 6 months later? Is that what's something awesome? You guys do some great stuff. Did you put that fire out? But we just go to the negative. It's just this. We join for the positive. The front page of the brochure has lights and sirens. We're going to drive fast and we're going to go and help people. But all we talk about is death. Giving some more. Do nothing for someone is sometimes one of the most wonderful things. Hold their hand, take them to hospital. You're all right.
Just being there.
Or even don't even transport them. Just go and tell them your baby's got a runny nose and it's okay. You don't always have to. We do great things.
I guess that question from people outside of the world comes from a point of curiosity and probably a little bit of naivety, not realising that question's probably a little bit, it could be a little bit triggering, a bit insensitive to ask that. But I do think it comes from a place of intrigue probably.
They're interested, they want to see body parts are scattered across the highway. I think that's fascinating.
But you're right though. Let's talk about some of the good things that we do and have done, and the helpful things that we've done.
I've tried to change that conversation at work. What's something cool you've done in the last 2 weeks? Yeah. What's made you smile? My goal is to make someone smile and laugh every day, even in the face of death. And you are having a heart attack right now. I'll try and make you laugh because it's important to me. Yeah.
And I think people would appreciate that and notice that too.
Yep.
People around you and people that you're helping, and even your work colleagues probably realise what you're doing and appreciate that as well.
How would you feel if I come in panicking and going, oh my God, this is terrible. Oh, They go, oh, it is? Yeah, oh. And it turns into this big problem. Yeah, it's already a problem. Yeah. So make a difference.
Yeah. Also bring a bit of humour to things.
Yeah.
Lighten it up a bit.
Yeah. Appropriately.
Yeah. Of course. Of course. And there's always times and places for that sort of stuff as well.
Yep.
Of course.
We always make the roast dinner jokes with fireys on scene. Yeah. It's funny.
It's funny to you guys. It is what
it's
it
just
is.
Normal.
It's
just your normal thing. Yeah.
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Because it's true.
It's delicious.
Oh, mate. What advice would you sort of give to somebody who is starting off in this career? I mean, you've probably given this 1,000 times to your grads and stuff at work.
Yep.
What advice would you give them starting, or advice to your younger self as well when you first started?
Well, that's a tough one.
Let's go with the grads first, because you probably do that very easily.
Young Geoff's a very different Geoff than what's here right now. Make a difference. I'd just make a difference. Everyone has a need for something, and if you can do that, then do it. Yep.
Yeah, sweet.
We all get at the 12th hour of the shift, and you get the sore knee. But just make a difference. Yeah.
Nice. That's nice.
I think that's the if you can just do that is the bare minimum. Yep.
Yeah.
Tell them it's okay. Yeah. They got no car. They got I don't know, whatever it is that's led them to call you. Yep. That means they've got nothing else. So I'm in your house. I'm a person. Take my uniform off. I'm a person. If any of this stuff ever happened to me or my family at home on a day off, I'd probably shit myself as well, because I've got no gear. I'm just a person with a phone. So take a breath. Just do what you need to do.
It's good advice. Good advice.
I hope so.
I think it is. Yeah. Especially someone coming fresh into the job, and but I think that's a good bit.
Don't do too much overtime. Don't get too obsessed with it. If someone says to you, "Hey, who are you?" and you open that reply with, "I'm Geoff, I'm a paramedic," you've got a problem, because you're not. You're Geoff that has a jet ski. Don't judge me because I tow it with a Ranger. I've got a lot of friends outside of work. I'm also a paramedic. I've got some kids. If you lead your answer with, "I'm an ambo, I'm a fire, I'm a copper," hang on a minute. That's just your job. How many people at Bunnings do you say, "Oh, Dave, who are you? Who are you?" "I work at Bunnings." They're not going to say that. So this badge seems to give us this.
Yeah.
That's a bit tricky too, because some people will say, "This is Geoff, he's a paramedic."
At parties. Yeah. That's Geoff. This is my mate Geoff, he's a paramedic. Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who says, "This is my mate Geoff, he works at Woolies"?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what you do, it's not who you are.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's easy to get consumed in it too, right?
It is, yeah. Because we talk about the shift is the middle part of your day. Waking up at 4 a.m. is the start of your shift. The energy builds. What's going to happen today? You get the buzz. Something bad's going to happen today. Actually, today's the bad day.
It was that night.
Was it?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Said that we had a couple of juniors on the truck, and the night started quite busy. And I said, it's
something's coming.
My senior for us said, something's brewing.
Yeah.
Just weird.
What is weird? It's weird.
Might have been a full moon. I can't
something
remember.
in the water.
Intuition.
But you build up to the shift, then you log on, and then it's game mode, right? And you anything could be bad right now. I'll deal with it. Who cares? But your shift's not over. You don't push the log off button, and suddenly I'm off duty now. I'm still driving home in uniform. I still might see something. We all say we wouldn't stop. We'd stop. Every one of us would stop, and we have. Can't even go to Coles on the way home and grab dinner. Something happens in here, like I'm not off duty yet. And then you got to have a shower, wash the shit away, watch that water go down the drain. And then you sit down and have dinner, and you're like, I'm nearly finished. I'm still, and it gets to 10 o'clock that night, and you go to bed, and you're winding down. So a 12-hour shift really is an 18-hour process, because it's 4 o'clock the next morning, you do it again. Which I think is good. Like in our role, we do log off and go home. We don't have a laptop and a phone we take home like in the corporate world. When it's over, but it's not.
I think too that having that ability to wash the stuff away, whatever someone chooses to do that. We had Marissa who was holding on to, 7 horses and just let them all go and just to get that. It's tricky because if you don't, because I find you're on edge the whole day or the whole shift, night shift, day shift. So it's that trying to release that before you get home and try and live a normal life. It's hard. It's an art.
Yeah.
It's got to become. You make it. We always say, hang your turnout gear on the hook when you leave. Well, that's potentially your brain should be part of that, attached to that.
Yeah.
Turnout gear, hang it up, go home, but it's tricky.
It is. Yeah. Everyone's got a thing. Tricky. Everyone's got a thing though that works really well for you. And it might not work for everyone else. Washing the water down the drain might not work for everyone. I'd like going out and sitting in the garden and just lying on the grass and staring at the sky for a bit. Be human for a while. But you got to come up with something. Some people go to the gym. I'm usually too exhausted to go to the gym after. But if you want to book in, as some people say, make gym part of your day. Like whatever time you finish, you are going to the gym on the way home. But not after the other night at 2 in the morning. I'm not doing that. But it's important to wind yourself down, because if you just go home, have a shower and go to bed, you'll lie in bed like it's not going to work.
Or depending what else you've got going on at home too.
Yeah, that's right. Home could be a problem.
Walk in the front door and
work could be a break. And that's why we all react differently. Everyone on that job, whatever job, 9 people look good. 5 of them have got problems going on at home. Someone's family member might have just died. Someone's dog might have just died, or something. They've got a sick kid at home. They can't get off shift yet because the kid's got a runny nose. But everyone's got problems, right? Yeah.
The other thing too is I worry on the other side of the people who, will always say the job never affects me. It's, my thing is I never want to lose empathy.
Yep.
And if you become that person that everything is it's just a job. It's just a job I went to. It's just a person on the floor. It's just a person in the car.
Yeah, it's just time to go.
It's exactly. Time to go. And I think that scares me probably more than someone who's I love the balance now of people that can be very, very open, and you'll hear the old stories about that guy was so cool, but guess what? He never even made it to his end date.
Yeah,
he went out in a basket case because he was, in most people's eyes, so cool.
Yep.
The people that bottle all that up. I don't want to become this bitter old man sitting in a recliner at home and yelling at the grandkids for nothing. And I still want to have that empathy for people, which.
It's important to keep. That's why we joined, right? That's why we filled the form out 20 years ago, 30 years ago. That's why we applied. If you lose that, I always remember back to the day I was standing on that roof, because we all get it, right? I'm not immune. I'm not special. I'll have days where I think I don't want to be here. And I look back to the day on the roof when I quit what I was doing and I went home because my dream came to life. So that's important to reflect on. Like even the people that finish school, I've got to get this OP, I've got to get into uni. I got into uni. I've got to finish the degree. Finish that. Well, now I've got to apply for a job. I got one. Like you've gone through all these things because you're desperate to come and do this role. Then damn, do it. I think that's important. Don't get jaded by all of us old dinosaurs. But yeah, you're right. If it's becoming a job, I think it's time to go. And being able to recognise that in yourself is the most important part. And if someone says to you something going on and you say no, I think it's important to get in the car that night and just think about that. I know a few people have had that experience. I think, oh yeah, Josh, I think something's going on. You're right. No, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Get in the car. Oh, Geoff's onto something. I think,
act on that.
You don't have to tell anyone. Like, even if you came to counselling, doesn't go in the paper. Josh got counselling yesterday. Who cares? And
I think it's that ability to be able to listen. And I always remember it's not even emergency service related. I was running a business on the side, and I was running late to this appointment. And I knocked on the front door, and the lady who happened to be in a wheelchair answered the door, and the husband come out and just give it to me both barrels. There was a part of me that wanted to pack my shit up and say, good luck. So I thought, I made it my challenge. I thought, I'm going to get this bloke to like me by the end of the day. And because I knew his wife was obviously troubled with something. She had something going on. Everywhere I walked in the house, he was just looking at me and grunting at me. And I thought, this is going to be hard because I just want to get in my ute. And I was getting up on a ladder and into the manhole, and he was in there. I thought, I've got to talk to him because
stuck in the roof now.
Yeah. And he said something. I can't remember the context, but it was about his ex-wife and about how, horrible this ex-wife was. And my simple comment was, feel your pain, mate. Been there, done that. Yeah. And straight away, his world opened up a bit.
Have you?
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so when did you go through? We got talking. I quickly then switched it back to his wife. And
are you a counsellor?
Am I? I was on the day. And all of a sudden, I worked out that it was fear. His wife was going in for a very important treatment. Might have been cancer related. I can't remember exactly. And this poor old guy was shitting himself because his wife was going, leaving him. He was taking her to hospital, coming back in a house on his own, probably relies on her every day of the week.
Yep.
And we got talking about that side of it.
Yep.
And I saw an immediate change in this guy. I liked him from the word go, even though I wanted to throttle him, but I knew there was something deeper.
Yep.
I knew he just wasn't a grumpy old man. He could have been, but it brought me back to work then, and it made me look harder. And that's why I asked the question earlier. Do you see your spidey feelings come out and you see that person there is, especially if you work for someone a long time, they're having an off day, but generally you can see when something's going
Well, they stop
down.
replying to your text or something.
Yeah.
But I've got a friend that's 5 business days for a text reply. If it goes out to 9, then something's wrong.
Yeah, 9. I'm not good, but I'm not 9.
Not 9. Yeah, it is important for someone to say something, and these conversations need to happen within our peer level as well.
Yeah.
And I know Matt and I have spoken about this, and we learnt about it at the course last year, coming up to talk to our mate. Hey, Josh, I'm really struggling with this thing after that job the other day. I can't sleep. And then Josh goes, well, you should go talk to someone. I'm talking to someone now. But maybe you should talk to the sergeant or something. Mm. Okay, I'll go talk to him. Oh, yeah, you really need to talk to someone. Oh my God, you're the second person. I'll put you in touch with peer support. Yeah, you should go and talk to someone. So at some point, I think that whole process can be stopped at peer level. Yeah, I'm a bit busy now, but I hear what you're saying. Do you want to have a yarn after work? Or actually on Saturday morning, we can grab a coffee. I think you need to pull that apart. Yeah. And then you have your therapy with your mate. No one knows about it, and it's over. And I think this referring onward, it's innocent, right? It's no
Do you think there's a fear of...
It's a fear because I don't know what to say.
That's exactly right.
I don't know what to say. If you tell me that somehow you're going to say you're suicidal, I don't know if you have a drinking problem.
If I say anything, is it going to make it worse?
How do I manage that?
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin my mate. Go see someone else. So I think I think even just this chat today can help with breaking down some of those barriers, because this is what I'll be doing in counselling.
Yeah,
we're just talking.
So let's talk about that. So if you come to me for help, right? Yep. And you're talk to the people out there on some tips that they can potentially get over that fear of. We all know listening and just being present is a big thing.
Yep.
But what's some ways to navigate that conversation instead of just getting fearful and passing that that issue onto someone else because someone else can, what's some good advice on how to navigate that conversation?
Quite often you would have heard the term, we have one mouth and two ears.
Yep, listen more.
Use them. That decision to come and talk to that person about a problem could have been building for a week. I'm going to talk to Josh about this. And there could be, I'm going to do it. Hey, man, I've got this problem. And you go talk to someone.
Confidence gone.
Yeah, so listen. And it sounds like such a cliche thing, just listen more. But you actually just do need to listen. And honestly, that's what counselling is. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to say much, actually. I'm just going to let you get it out and just validate and agree. even if you think they're wrong. Cool, mate. I'm not sure I'm on the right path with you there, but maybe actually now that we've talked about it for 20 minutes, someone else might be able to help you with that cognitive distortion, because I think what you're thinking about there is not entirely accurate. I'm not going to disagree with you. You think the sky is purple. Cool, man. Well, I understand what you're trying to say there, because I can see where you might think that. But I think it's blue. So maybe we can go and pull that apart. Yeah.
Even like if there's something that you're telling me that's really bad, is there anything wrong with the reply of, wow, that would have been really, really tough?
Yeah.
Is that...
It's a perfect reply.
Right.
Perfect.
Because I think a lot of people fear if I say that and cement the evidence that they're telling me.
Follow it up with the next statement. Don't just go, that's really tough.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
Like, that's really tough, man. How can we go about the next step?
What do you need?
Because you're right. Sometimes you say that it's tough and then it'll just cement it and they go, oh, yeah, it is. I'm going to go home and sleep on that because Chando agrees with me. So,
what about if there's something that they're experiencing, like it might be a terminally ill loved one at home, and I don't have that experience? Is there anything wrong with saying, mate, I don't know how to help you with that? That would be really tough of not being in that situation.
Yep.
So how do you navigate your way around that conversation?
Exactly what you just said, because that's what I would do if you come to me with
Matty
a problem.
Newland, if you're listening, a business card.
He will listen to this, actually. He probably will. I know he's probably asleep now. It's night time over there. I think one of the big things that we learnt, even in a professional status, is referring and recognising gaps. I'm not perfect. I'm not a 10 out of 10 amazing counsellor. I think I'm good at what I do. But if you want to come to me with drug addiction, let's talk about some of the decisions that you've made around that. But I might actually flick you off to a drug and alcohol specialist. And we'll work on that, and I'll be honest with that at the start, because we're all about specialist referrals, right? And there's people within our team that can handle that. Like, I really love talking about crisis, trauma, grief. I love it. It's because I'm good at it. I do it at work. Whereas there's people that I did my studies with, they go, I'm absolutely not ever talking to people about that. So we're all specialists at certain things, you know. Like you guys, one of you might be good at cutting a car, the other one's good at having a wear for longer than the other, you know. We're all good at our thing. That doesn't make you bad. We're different. So,
and you see it, well, we see it a lot. You know, I know my crew, I know especially one person is amazing sitting there giving comfort and patient care.
Yep.
Absolutely amazing. And some people really, really struggle with that. Oh, just get me out in the tools because I don't want to go near that conversation.
It's funny, when I became an auxiliary, the captain goes, I'm so glad there's a paramedic on the truck because I don't want to get to a crash first.
No,
I said, I'm not here to be a paramedic. I want to
Sparkies and paramedics on the truck, mate, is gold.
But when you're saying about your friend that was going through the guy that you were talking about with the cancer and his wife was going through some stuff, let me tell you, that was before all of this, a very, very pivotal moment in my time where I decided that this is what I want to do and that I'm good at it. One of my best friends, I call him a brother, Brett, I'll even name him. His wife died of cancer this year, a couple of weeks ago. Now, that was building for years, right? So we were working on this pre-grief. You talk about the grief cycle. We've been pre-grieving this for a very, very long time. He allowed me into his world as a support person, not as a friend. And he kept thanking me for what I was doing. I wasn't doing anything. I'm just sat here on the phone from hundreds of kilometres away. And I thought, maybe I could make a difference here. And then seeing someone grow, as if you considered him to be like a repeat client, weekly, daily, sometimes hourly, then it became monthly, and then we were really, really good space. That allowed me to make that decision that I'm actually good at something else. And I decided that I wanted to do that more to help. Yeah.
Awesome. Glad you went down that path.
Must be a tricky decision, because I'm listening to you. You love what you do.
I love it, yeah.
You know, you can see it. Every time you talk about it, you smile. So
do I look good?
Oh,
amazing.
We spoke about this before.
There's cameras here. I forgot they were even there.
9 out of 10.
9.
Yeah. But mate, every time you talk about paramedicine, you smile. You love it. You can see that.
Yep.
But you're still looking for a way out. Like you found a way out or potential way out.
Yep.
But you still love what you're doing. I think that's a little bit of some people might not be able to make sense of that. Like if you love it, why don't you keep doing it?
Yeah.
You know, so what, and I think you just touched on it in that story, but what is it that's pulling you out of the role that you love so much and into something else? Because I can imagine most people in these roles, if they light up like you do about their job, they're not going, no. I'm looking for a way out. Usually it's I'm drowning or I'm done or I'm frustrated or I'm angry, I'm out, as opposed to your situation. So what is it that's drawing you away from something? Or not away from you, but away from paramedicine, but potentially drawing you away from it?
I think seeing such positive change and people coming to me and knowing that I can actually do something just sitting here. I saw a police officer recently, and as I'm learning the first session, you say you book 3 or 6 sessions. The first one is words. It's just tell me everything, and I get hit with your story. Texted me a couple of weeks later. You were amazing. You were great. I was booking again. I didn't do anything. I just sat there. I barely got a word in. These little moments that I've had over the last few years, because I didn't even know I wanted to be a counsellor, but sitting with people and just listening has been my biggest decision. And my knee, it's buggered, laughing at me on the ground. That was hilarious, but it helped. Different diagnoses, depression, sleep problems, overweight, it all helps to decide what's next. And I think, like you said, go when you can. I'm going to go when I'm ready. I might go this year. I might go part-time. I might be here for another 10. I don't know. I might be casual for ages. I don't know. But I'm going to go when I'm ready. Yeah.
And at least you've thought about it.
Yeah.
You've played it out. You've put a plan in place and you've got options. Like you said, Jenna, at least you've got a path out rather than, my knee's completely given out. Now what?
Now I've got nothing. Now I've got to go and study something and I'll be unemployed for a while.
Because we're all, I guess the beauty about shift work is that we do get time off.
Yep.
So, long shifts, arduous shifts, all of that sort of stuff. But that's balanced with time off.
Yep.
So we all have, I guess, some time available to pursue other things, whether that's like professionally or recreationally.
Yep.
We've got the ability to build those identities and those lives outside of work as well.
Yep. If you start with the job when you introduce yourself, then there's something wrong.
Go and do something else.
Yeah. Or keep doing it, but work out that's just paying your bills. You should be going to work to pay for your fun thing, not doing your fun thing to go to work. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. Yeah, the future's looking pretty good, actually.
Yeah, nice.
I'm excited. I'm doing hopefully doing the peer support course. I've got an interview coming up soon. Hopefully I'm eligible.
So
I think you're qualified.
I think I should be right.
Is that through your organisation?
Through the organisation that I'm with now, yeah.
Nice.
Which is something I'm more than happy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing it anyway.
Yeah.
So
when you become good at, clearly you already are as a counsellor, you often get the phone calls all the time.
Yeah.
Because this is the guy that I love talking to because he's got so much, or she's got so much to offer me, and it helps me.
Yep.
And we talk about vicarious trauma.
Yep.
How do you manage those? Because you're going to hear, or you do hear a lot of those stories, and they're generally not good stories because of someone's bad situation.
Yep.
It's, we always take that on, and we wear the punches, and we, ride the ride with that person. So what do you do to try and?
I think I've got a good way of managing that with, it's not mine.
Yep.
I'm not immune. Something will happen. I actually promise you someone will tell me something one day and it'll really hurt.
Yep.
But I've managed that at the time. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm a robot, which is good. I think it brings humanity to it. But it's not mine. I'm going to sit here and listen. It might be horrible, but I hear it on the radio anyway. We get vicarious trauma from not...
Turn on the news.
We don't even have to be at work. Or you'll get a text, oh, did you go to that? No, I'm on days off. Oh, well, this happened. I don't want to know about it. I don't watch the news. I see enough come up on social media anyway. But, I mean, I've had a call from someone in another region I haven't spoken to in a couple of years. We had a good yarn about a horrible thing. Didn't even know he went to it. And he's doing well now.
Good.
My issue is, as Matty said, the boundaries.
Yeah.
My days off are my days off.
Yeah.
And I have to be able to recognise that I need my time on the jet ski to be an idiot and try not to fall off. But now it's a paid profession and I've got to do shifts. While I was doing it for free to help me get some experience. I can't do it all the time.
Yeah. I think that's a really good message to have those boundaries, because I'm shit at it.
Yep.
Because we might be in the middle of dinner and I'll get a phone call.
Yep.
And I'll be like, my brain's saying I really need to help this person because what if I don't?
Because they've made the decision to call you. Yeah.
That's right. So it's then, but I'm sacrificing
family time.
And my time. I don't want to sound horrible, but it's a really fine balance.
It makes you feel selfish, right?
Yeah.
I'm having dinner.
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah.
And that's where we have to learn about how to respond to these people. I think it's like, let it go through to the keeper, let a text come through and call him back in 20 minutes, have dinner, put your phone on silent and be present at home, because when the job ends, how many people stay in touch with people from work? Probably no one. So it's just about responding, and I guess, and saying, hey, I'll take your call. That sounds horrible. For me, book an appointment. I think counselling for anyone or anyone in therapeutic roles is very hard to do within friends. Probably neither of you two are probably going to do anything I say, because we probably know each other a bit too much. But if a random person says it, oh, this guy told me to do this thing and it worked out really well. And that's why I really can't. It's hard to help the kids. It's hard to help your own family. But if I say it to a random person, it really hits, because I just met you and I'm going to tell you this thing. So if you were to answer the call and say, thanks, mate, I appreciate you got a problem, just having dinner, I'll call you back. And don't not call back. Keep it current. And then if there's any crisis stuff, you can refer them on to other people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But going back, you'd be surprised on the advice that you give to your kids or your family members and how much they take. I've watched my daughter over the years, and it's like you don't. And I'm always grateful of what I've been taught in this job, because when you look outside different sort of areas, you think, well, we are really qualified to do some shit. You know what I mean? Like it's wow. Yeah. I was like you. School wasn't my favourite pastime, but but they take it on. But my daughter's a perfect example. I'll hear her regurgitate something that I've told her. She's a bit like the neighbour from Tim the Toolman, remember?
Yeah.
He used to give advice and Tim would stuff it all up. She gets it all wrong. But yeah, they do take on so much. And even though you don't think you're doing anything, you're doing a lot outside of being a parent. It's part of being a parent, but it's just an extra skill you can add to the...
I think it reminds me of time when I told my kids too much about work.
Yeah.
I got assaulted at work a long time ago now. I came home with a footprint on my face. And my daughter asked me what it was, and I told her. I just told her. To this day, she still has concern around...
Is that going to happen again?
My safety, yeah. And I said, they got the bad guy. He went to jail. I'm fine. Everything's fine. And I learnt the hard way, and that's why I really like teaching other people. Don't tell your kids stuff. So if I ever come home a bit sad, or I go and give them a hug, I missed you guys, big hug. My daughter, she's 16. She look at me. Who died? Someone died. It's not for you to worry about. Yeah. So they're little sponges, hey?
They are.
They absorb it all. But I don't really. I've promised them when they're 20 and 30, I'll tell them all about work. Absolutely, there's no secrets here, but it's not for now. And that's what's led me to counselling, right? You can't tell your kids, you can't tell your partner, you can't tell your best mate that's not in the job. He don't want to know about it. He wants to know about the worst thing you've ever seen, not about the actual worst thing you've ever seen. So finding an outlet to talk is good. And if that's within mates and you don't need a counsellor, that's even better. So
just find someone or something somewhere to get it out.
Yeah. Don't talk to a wall though, that might be weird.
I think someone's watching.
And if the wall answers back, that's weird.
Yeah, then might need a doctor.
Yeah. That's where we're going to refer on.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's exciting.
Yeah.
Mate, it sounds like it's all good stuff and a great service that, like as we spoke about with relatability and cultural competence and all those sort of things.
Yep.
So the more people in that space with those skill sets, the better, I think.
Yep.
And the more services available,
the
better.
Yep.
And then on that, what's the best way to get in contact with, or say if someone wants a session, how do they go about doing that?
Just jump on the website, yeah.
Which is?
frontlinementalhealth.com.
Yep, okay.
I keep telling Maddie to get into the future and get Instagram.
Yep. They don't have one at this point in time.
Working on it.
Yep.
I've been doing it for a while. I've got mine, Life After the Lights and Sirens. That's my thing. I started that as a little bit of a off the cuff. Maybe that would be my thing. I thought Atlas Counselling sounds cool. It's been taken, so I can't take that business name with Code 7. But ultimately, I'm working with the guys at Frontline now.
Nice.
So if you message me through Instagram, I'll pop you to the website and you can do all the online contracting stuff.
Yeah, cool.
So all the hard work will be done before you even see me. Be able to read all that on your phone. Yeah.
And you're available, is it online, in person, or both? Or?
Well, I secretly do offer some in-person. Like this service people really love the idea of a walk and talk. I think we've talked about this a few weeks ago. If you're in Brisbane, I'm not going to go travelling to Melbourne or something to go for a walk. But in person, I think external, outside, out of the bubble of our car that we work in or in our office, I think we need to be able to go out and stare at the trees and stare at the sky and let our thoughts go. I think that's really important. So if you asked for that, I'll probably be able to do it. But formally, telehealth only.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Yeah.
Before we knock this on the head, is there anything else you want to share? Anything else you want anybody to know?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No. Cool. We will chuck your details in the show notes as well. So if anyone wants to get in touch, either via Frontline Mental Health or Life After the Lights and Sirens, they can reach you that way as well.
Yeah.
Mate, absolutely fantastic. Some really good little nuggets of gold in there that I think will take some stuff away from.
Yep.
I know I have for sure.
Yeah, good. I think this whole thing for me is not to benefit me. I don't care about money or for me. I want to help others.
And that shows right through the podcast, mate. Yeah.
Because we're all going to call, right? I want the person that shows up to my house to be doing well.
Yeah.
And then people say, I hope if I die in a funny way. You can laugh about it.
Yeah.
I hope they don't get sad when I die because the ambulance is going to come to my house.
Yeah.
I hope you're well. So if I can create wellness in a junior person and I go off and leave and I go off and get a boat and a caravan, that person passes on to someone else that's going to come to me one day. And I tell them that's my ultimate goal is that we're all doing well. Struggle well, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's a goal of everyone's. It's just
because you guys are doing it too. You guys are. It's happening.
You're trying to see everyone not just survive their careers but thrive.
Yeah.
And be happy and healthy in these roles.
Yep.
I just think too, it's comforting knowing, like yourself, Geoff, and the other guests that we've had on, that there's people out there that genuinely do care.
Absolutely.
And want to make the difference. Yep. And we're using, this is a vehicle to help those people out there. And there's probably stuff that today we discussed that they've never even heard about or never knew it was available or, some good things. So it's we've always said it's small steps, but I can feel it. We're making headway, and for the efforts, what you do is certainly helping in that area.
Yep. A rolling stone never gathers moss.
Yeah.
Keep your momentum up. Keep doing what you're doing. I'll do what I'm doing, and I reckon we meet again and chat about it in a year's time or something.
Happy days.
Yeah.
Can we do it on the north side?
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate.
Go in the city.
We'll meet halfway.
Yeah.
Oh, too good.
Thanks, buddy.
Cheers.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks for listening. If you've enjoyed this episode, Please show your support by subscribing, liking and rating the podcast on your listening and social media platforms. We are always looking to improve what we do. If you have feedback, suggestions for further guests, topics, or would like to be a guest yourself, please contact us via Instagram.